girls, I'm outside today because we're going to be making a landscape. A landscape is a work of art that is outside. So it usually includes trees, the sky, the ground. We're also going to be talking about space again. In some of our last projects, we talked about how overlapping was creating space, but we also briefly talked about how size can create space. So let's review that. If something is really close to you, it's probably going to be pretty large, like me. If it's really far away, it's going to be small. Somewhere in the middle is going to be medium. Changing the size of things in a landscape really helps create depth. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to be making our landscapes.
So the first step of this project is going to be folding your paper in half. Once you have your paper folded in half, take this side and fold it out to the outside. Flip it over and take this side and fold it back to the other side. Once you've folded your paper, we're going to open it back up. Somewhere near the top of your paper on one side, we're going to put a little dot, not quite all the way to the top. Down here on the other side, I'm going to do another dot, not quite all the way to the bottom. Now, I'm going to draw a line. It can be as wavy or rigid as you'd like. This is going to be our landscape line. And I'm going to go from one of those dots all the way down to that dot I drew at the bottom. Now I'm going to cut along my landscape line. Once I have it all the way cut out, I'm going to fold it back up. And now we have the different layers that are going to be in my landscape. I'm going to use a white piece of paper for my background, so I want to cut it the same size. This white part will be my sky, so you can color it whatever color you'd like. I chose sunset colors for my sky. The next thing that I'm going to do is take the green piece of paper and I need to glue it down to my background. So I'm going to just put some glue all along here and glue it together. Now I'm going to color the different parts of my landscape to make them look different. I have the foreground, meaning closest to you, the middle ground, these two parts right here, and way in the background, the part that's furthest away. So I'm going to color each section to make them look a little bit different. There we go. Now all the parts, the foreground, middle ground, and background, look different from one another. The next thing we need to do is add details to help show space. I'm going to use houses to show my space. Notice how I did a large, medium, and small house. I also folded my paper in half so that when I cut these houses out, I get two of each. You don't have to cut out houses. Yours could be trees, animals, anything that could be on a landscape that can go from large down to small. Now that all my houses are decorated, it's time to glue them down. Remember, the large houses are the closest ones to them, so I should glue the big ones in the foreground. Our medium-sized houses go in the middle ground. And our small houses go way in the background. Now we've created lots of depth, making it look like our houses get smaller and smaller when in reality they're all the same size. They just appear smaller as they get further away.